knows of Chernobyl, the nuclear meltdown resulting in a zone humans can't enter without dying. Animals, however, didn't. Animals evolved quickly to fit the irradiated ecosystem. A researcher took a picture of a fox in Chernobyl eating a sandwich very cutely. Look at it! I'll put it up on screen. It's so cute, isn't it? Absolutely adorable. If you really want to try to properly feed a fox, though, take a look at my previous video about it. I'll put it up above. Now, to get to the point, there's a mold in Chernobyl whose food source is radiation. It eats radiation. That's so cool. That's metal as fuck. Animals can survive to fit their environment, including mold, or they can die out because of its changes. Animals evolve due to mutations. Mutations are new genes that pop up randomly in a population. Scientists still don't know why or how it happens. It honestly drives me crazy that we don't know. For some reason, however, nuclear fallout makes mutations appear far more often than normal. And, it is radiation, so it does cut the lifespan of humans and animals. It also makes animals give birth to less children. And, of course, the animals are more sickly and frail because radiation is not good for you. It's very not good for you. The important part, though, to note is that everything evolves through mutation. Suddenly, a different feather color, or somehow a different wing color. This all happens through mutation. Not to get mutation confused with just recessive genes. Recessive genes can hide away in someone's chromosomes until they reemerge as suddenly, no one in the family has blue eyes, but suddenly there's someone with blue eyes. That's just a recessive gene. That's not a mutation. A mutation is a factor that isn't seen before in animals. Anyway, all animals evolve through mutation. Or, all of them used to evolve through mutation. You see, bioremediation means cleaning up pollution using biological organisms. Many eco-conscious biologists use this, actually. In a lab, they manufacture organisms to help clean up our dirty world. After all, we can do what we can to reduce our waste, but billions of people's waste is still out there. The EU created something very interesting. Beetle larvae that eat plastic. Now, I won't show you any pictures, so you won't have to be grossed out. Whoa, my model just gyrated. Sorry there. Sorry, guys. I didn't know why it did that. But I won't show you pictures. You don't have to be grossed out. I just have to be grossed out because I saw the pictures. Now, the evolved form of these beetle larvae don't eat plastic, but their babies do. Plastic-eating babies. Don't give your human babies plastic, or animal babies plastic. By the way, that's not good for them. These beetle larvae are mealworm larvae. And the project in the EU has been worked on for decades. They also refer to these guys as superworms, which I think is really silly. Superworms. Now, plastic isn't the only toxic thing we put into the environment. There are also oil spills. Oil spills are so toxic to the environment that they're recorded in history and given names, like hurricanes are. We've all seen the ducks and the penguins drenched in oil in those Dawn commercials. Luckily, there are several microorganisms that eat oil, like a special lab-made algae. Now, these organisms are the only way oil spills can be cleaned up, or else they just exist in the ocean forever. And they're not always super effective. Temperature can mess them up, and even though they eat oil is still toxic to them. They eat what's bad for them. Kinda like humans with junk food. Anyway, the very soil under our feet can also become toxic because of us. Industrialization puts heavy metals and chemicals into the dirt, which can make it pretty difficult to grow things, and whatever grows, it's dangerous to eat. So, people have created bioengineered microbes. Their food is the toxic chemicals in the dirt. It does take a lot of time, though, because microbes are super, super tiny and can only be seen through a microscope, which is crazy that people bioengineered that. That seems pretty difficult. Humans are directly more dangerous to animals than an entire nuclear meltdown, as seen in Chernobyl. However, bioremediation research not only gives us hope that the world can be saved, but it's also cleaning up all of our human mistakes. Now, don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean you should use a ton of plastic and produce as much waste as possible. Maximalism is not the answer, alright? Bioremediation is still very new, and it's not always widely applied to every situation, especially because it's probably expensive. Technical advances might have been our downfall, but it could also be our savior as well. How we use technology matters. Now, not everything I spoke of will be in my sources list. Whoa, it just happened again. I don't know why that keeps happening. Not everything I spoke of will be in my sources list. This is because I recently took a college biology class. I still have the notes in my notebook, so I'm sort of kind of qualified to give at least an overview of bioremediation. I've also given tons of links below to help you make sure you learn more. Of course, give credit to where I got the information. So, this is a quick and short one, but it is one nonetheless. I'll see you later, freaks.